Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your boy Josie's Collectibles, and I'm here with my co-host, the most, Jay Cards. What's up, man?
What's up?
How you doing, brother?
Been a while, but it hasn't. It's been like what, two
No,
days?
right? 2 days. I mean, then again, I feel like I see you every day,
Oh, yeah, true.
but you wear a different hat, so it's not like every day we talk about shop. So it's the only time we get to talk about shop. Well, nobody really is bothering us.
All right, we're not gonna have people just randomly start asking us about where they're parking and stuff.
No, or a random call, right?
Yeah,
Or
makes it
anybody
nice and easy.
crashing out. Yeah,
Sometimes I
definitely.
enjoy that though. I enjoy the crash outs sometimes.
Yes, I really do. Sometimes it's entertaining when there's a dull moment. But that's pretty cool, man. You see any sports news today or what?
I did see the LeBron to the Sixers.
Dude, LeBron to the Sixers. What number
It,
do you think
it
he's gonna
looks like
take?
he's just ring chasing at this. I'd have to. I mean, they're gonna give him back his old number. Like even if it's taken, I don't think it is taken. But even if it is, he's getting it back.
You think he's gonna do a six?
No, I
23?
don't think he'll do 6. I think he's gonna do 23. I think because
Because
he
I
only had
remember,
6 with the Heat, didn't he?
yeah, he had six with the Heat, then he had 23 with the Lakers, and he had no. Didn't he have six with the Lakers? I can't remember now. And then he had 23 with the Cavs, but AI wore 3 and 6 at Philly. So,
It'll be interesting.
but
But you could definitely tell he's just chasing one last ring. Like he took a huge pay cut from what he was getting in the Lakers.
yeah, but
I
I
think he
mean,
was
for a 42 year
I think
old,
he
I
was
think
guaranteed like yeah, I think he was getting like 52 million a year with the Lakers and now he's getting 4 million. So, it's quite a pay cut.
that is quite a pay cut for a 42 year old. But he's still, he's still a big name. He's a big juggernaut in the league, so and in the hobby. So people are gonna gravitate to LeBron and buy his cards. LeBron's one of the goats, sort of well deserved.
Yeah, and plus too, like he's probably got so much money. Like how much is a couple extra million, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
He's going to
that
try to be the best.
oh yeah, dude, that 8 million is just pocket change, dude, compared to him. You got any other news you see that's going in there?
I saw your boy talking bad about Rai Garcia, saying that
Oh, Canelo
he's not a
Alvarez.
Mexican fighter. Yeah. What do
Yeah,
you think
that's
about
not
that?
really. It's not really a good look for Canelo, man. I don't know if he was just. I don't know if he was trying to take a dig at Benavidez and Ryan. I don't know, where he stands, but just it's not a good look, dude. I mean, Mexican American, still Mexican, So in my eyes, but it's just it's not a good look. Trying to take a shot, you know, especially coming from him. That's that is a goat. He should be better, but then again, can't really speak on it because end of the day, I'll still ask him to take a picture with me. So
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, people could be bad about what he says, but if he came up to me, I'd be like, "Hey, let me get that autograph, you know?"
yep, and I do hold him. So I meant like I hold his cards. I have a couple of his rookie cards. So
I thought you meant
he's
like
one of those guys that
you like actually hold him at night and kiss him goodnight, read him a bedtime story.
the bobblehead I have, the little, the one that shakes. Yeah,
Mhm. Tuck it in.
but other than that, yeah, has a little bed stand. But you seen any fights? Did you see the bare knuckle fight that happened just a couple hours ago?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch the whole fight, but I watched some highlights of it. It was pretty legit.
The Vargas brothers, man,
The
they just dominated.
Yeah, they both got their knockouts. Although I will
Yep.
say,
I,
which one was it? Was it Amando who like he knocked the dude out and then like kicked him when he was falling out of the ring?
oh, you
Did
mean
you
his
see that
opponent?
part?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
he
that was
like
his
kicked his
opponent.
opponent while he was falling out.
No, no,
Really?
the opponent kicked him. Yeah, yeah. So, and then that's where I think the next round or so, or when he got back in, he just slapped him, dude. I think, yeah,
And then
that
he was
was
doing
that
his
was
little dance.
that his little Michael Jackson,
Yeah, I saw that one. That was pretty good.
dude. Yeah, he's entertaining, dude. So, I mean, I believe like, man, I don't really watch enough bare knuckle fights, but like I just think of brawlers, and that guy's coming
Mm-hmm.
from the boxing world, and for him to get that knockout like that, it's just like levels to boxing, dude. There's like levels, dude. And the way he set that up, I don't know if you saw it or not, but he jabs into the mix section. Once he puts a light jab, the guy puts his hands down and he did an overhand right and just flat him. He just got flatline, dude. There's levels to boxing, dude. There's like
Yeah,
boxing and then there's like boxing at a
yeah.
high
It's
level.
like
Like
a chess game.
it's
You're
just
you're setting
it's
up all of
just
your next moves, and then you're like, as you're in the middle of the fight, you're taking in how this guy throws punches, if he telegraphs anything, like how does he react when I hit him in the chest, in the stomach? Like, is this getting to him? Like, there's so much more that goes into it, and then you're doing that at such a fast pace. While with being a professional boxer, it's like it's crazy.
and he's super young, so his mind is like just devouring all that knowledge right like on real time, you know?
Hmm.
So he's not like an older fighter where, his mind's still there, but his body's not moving what his mind's telling him. So, but there's
Yeah.
levels, dude. I don't care what anyone says. And I don't know if that was a gimme fight. I don't know his opponent. I never even heard his opponent before, and it's no disrespect to him or anything. I don't watch enough bare knuckle. I don't know if that's a big name or a mediocre guy or a journeyman, but it's just, I think they're going to dominate, you know,
Hmm. Hmm.
but
Yeah.
any other
Only time
news?
will tell. Not that I could. Not like anything that's super crazy. I know my sports teams aren't doing too. I guess if we're going to talk about my sports teams, the Panthers had a DN tear his ACL before anything even happened. So that's a fun one to hear about.
Yep.
You as well. You had your coach get in a car accident.
Yes, the 49ers. Dude, right off. I mean, we can't keep players healthy or nor coaching staff. I just,
I just hope John Lynch sends somebody out there to make sure that there was no 5G towers where he was driving.
yeah, we already put Shanahan on IR. I mean,
Right,
so,
dude.
dude, it's crazy, dude.
There's
Niners.
something in the
Uh,
water over there. You
oh
got dudes
yeah,
getting shot. You got dudes that just get hurt walking around. You got guys getting in car accidents. Then you got Ayuk, who's on like not even on the players list, just doing whatever he's doing, trying to get to the Commanders somehow, some way.
I mean, dude, he's doing free promos for the Commanders at this point for season tickets in his
Yep.
closet. Go get
Did
your
you
Commander tickets.
did you see his I lost my fantasy team tattoo on his arm with the Commanders logo?
Was that? I saw the tech too, but I didn't know the story behind
I
it.
don't know if it's real. I don't know if it's real or not. But dude, I was like, are you kidding me? Because what happens if he doesn't even get traded there? Now you just got some random tattoo on your arm for the rest of your life.
Dude, I don't know what's going on with Ayuk. Well, clearly he's not thinking right, but I mean, it's crazy how he just dropped 150 M's just like that. And I think, by him embarrassing the Niners like that, I think Jed York is gonna sideline him. I mean, yeah, they're probably gonna pay him, but what's 150 M's to a billionaire?
Yeah. Dude, I don't know. I mean, I think even if they pay him at this point, he ain't gonna show up.
Well, he's not because all his guaranteed has been waived. Is my understanding. They're already recouping all that stuff. So I don't know how it works, but end of the day, best of luck. I hope he gets what he wants. Obviously he wants the Commanders, but then I saw something like he's dissing Jalen Daniels and his mom. So I'm confused here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously something's going on with him, and so, but hopefully he can figure it out because he's actually a decent wide receiver whenever he can figure it out.
yep, he's definitely a good head case. I mean, his
He's the
stock
next
is
AB.
yeah, according to that one show without the talent though. So.
Yeah, he'll he'll be at Purdy's wife's yoga class, or what was it with Antonio Brown and Tom Brady's wife? Wasn't it
No,
at like
it
some
was
yoga or something?
no, her JJJ trainer,
Uh, all right,
her martial art trainer. But that's messed up, dude.
yeah, I take it back.
But
I didn't say it. Just forget I said it.
we forgot. We'll cut that out.
Right.
I don't know.
Just hey, our editing team. Yeah, go ahead and remove that part. It didn't happen.
Yep, I didn't cut that out, guys. Yeah, you should see them in the back over here. They're going like this.
They're like, dude, we're gonna need to replace this guy. We need to replace him right now.
Yeah, they need to replace my internet, dude. This is driving me nuts over here on my side.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I don't know,
'Cause
man. It's just I guess they don't want to see us win. Yeah, but remember, guys, this is our first real episode, second episode, so we're learning as if we go, man. So
yeah,
don't give up on
we'll
us.
get more entertaining too. We'll get more.
Yeah,
We should do like a timeline at some point of like, look how terrible we used to be, and then this is where we at now.
bro, they should see our
And then it's
dude.
gonna look the same all the way through. Everyone's gonna be like, "Dude, did you start with the good stuff first and then get worse?"
Dude, I need to take a picture of how my setup is so I can have that my Amazon picture with Jeff Bezos. Remember his spray painted banner,
Yep, yep,
that meme.
do it.
Dude, because my setup, dude, I'm one trip away of taking my whole setup down, dude.
Really? It's
Yeah,
all just in
there's
one
wires
wire?
everywhere,
One
dude.
wire is all you need? You need some good cable management.
Dude, I know, man. I need those zip ties, dude.
I know a few guys that work at the IT field that can help you with some good cable management.
Yeah, but the thing is, they hide all the zip ties,
True. We'll need to order them from Office Max.
dude. But we have a gatekeeper that does gatekeeps on that, so it's like, why even bother?
Yeah.
But
At that point, it's like, what's even the point? But I guess we could jump into the next segment that we got. This one's going to be called The Hustle as we figure out what our segment titles are going to be. But in this one, we're just going to talk about like cards that we've bought recently, cards we've flipped, any good deals that we found, or like any mistakes that we've made along the way. I don't know. I know you're big on the non-sports collectible cards. Any good cards you bought recently?
actually, yes, so like Josh said, I am starting to pivot and go into non-collectibles, or excuse me, non-sports, and it's just something fun and nostalgia for me, and something I actually like. Sort of giving up. I haven't gave up on the sports side or anything, but just taking a little break and getting things that I think it's cool, to have, and nobody really buys. One came in today, actually, man. So as Josh knows, and probably the audience can't tell in the background, I'm heavily and deep into my religion as being a Catholic faith. So I actually hold into my hand. This is what I'm actually buying. I'm actually buying Pope cards. So I have a Pope
Nice.
PSA 9, dude, of John Paul II. So just thought it was cool, something I believe in, something I love. And then I was heavy on, I don't have them right now with me, but I was heavy, and Josh can attest to this, buying up all the Fred Flintstone rookie cards. So
Yeah.
I
You were taking your boy Gary V's advice on that one.
did, because when like our last segment, when he pumps something, everyone goes out and buys it, and it's so high it doesn't come down anymore. I have missed out on a lot of stuff. I'm like, yeah, no, this guy's crazy. A Barney rookie card, tripping, you know. And next thing you know it, it's just out the roof. I was like,
Dude,
damn, I had this all on my wish list.
listening to that guy, I have never realized how many like card prints there are. Like I didn't know that there was so many non-sports and non-TCG related cards. Like when you were showing me the Power Rangers ones, I was like, dude, those are legit. Like I would buy those, but I had no idea these things existed.
Yeah, dude. Even remember one of our friends was tripping out that I was buying a Fred Flintstone rookie card. He goes, "They have rookie cards?" I go, "Yeah, they have rookie cards."
Dude, and then I was
Just
looking up the Looney Tunes. Like you can get
yes, the
a Bugs Bunny rookie card.
Tweety Bird. Dude, there's all kinds, man. It's you just gotta find a little niche that you like and just exploit it, and just hit it hard. Right now, it's probably the cheapest it's gonna get. Soon as it catch fire, soon as one of these Logan Pauls, the Gary V's, the King of Cars, Card Collector 2 talk about it, it's over. That's when you're
Well,
too late.
speaking about that, I saw. I know that for people, I mean, this is the second episode. We haven't really talked too much about what we do outside of like our business adventure, but we do work together. We go on walks. We talk. We go to Target. And I remember a couple months ago that we saw those Deadpool trading cards, and I was like, dude, these
Oh
are
yes.
these are kind of legit. Like I like Deadpool. Maybe I should get these, but I was like, I don't know if I want to spend the money on these. I literally saw a video today of Ryan Reynolds at a. I don't think it was the National because the National's this week. I want to say it was the Fanatics
Fanatics?
Fest. Yeah, he was there and was trying to buy a autographed Deadpool and Wolverine. So it was his signature and Hugh Jackman's signature on a card, and he was willing to pay like 25 grand for it. And I was just like, damn, I should have got those when I first saw them. When I was like, dude, what are these? But now it's too late.
Yep.
It's too late.
Dude, you even weighed the packs out and everything.
Yeah, I even brought my scale. The people thought I was trying to do lines at Target. I was like, nah, this is for my packs, I swear.
Yeah. And then you put the scale back in the eye or you found it.
Yeah, they were like,
I
sir,
was
why do you
like,
open your packs with a credit card? I was like, that's just how I do it.
that is
But
crazy.
we're trying to be family friendly, so maybe I'll tone those stories down. But
Did you just see our producer in the back? He's telling his stuff.
he's still doing it.
Yeah,
And
he's a liability. He's a liability.
it's like, can we cut this guy's broadcast? Like, how do we get rid of this guy?
How do we send the bad internet over there?
Let's swap it out. But
Dude, they're gonna mute your mic, dude. when you're
anything else,
talking.
right? All of a sudden,
No,
it's just going to be a solo podcast.
right? Just
I
hear me
mean, today
talking, just
I
nodding
bought
my
some
head.
stuff today.
Well, yes, you did. We
Yep,
did go
yep,
to a card show.
yep. We went to a card
We
show.
went to
We tried to get some. What was Collectors HQ? It's a local card shop we have here. It was pretty cool. I mean, they had like 20 vendors. They have like a little shop in the front that they had a few vendors in, and then they have like a warehouse in the back, and they had more vendors in there. I mean, it was. How many would you say was there? Probably like maybe like 13, 14 vendors, something like that.
yeah. Yeah, about like 13 to 15 vendors, and
Mhm.
people
It
just
was
having a good time.
that's the one thing I would say is I think you brought it up in our last episode. TCG, it's like a different environment. I mean, these guys have our flyer up for our sports show, and they had maybe what 10 cards of sports in the entire building, and they're just
No, you forgot about that 4 row I was looking through.
yeah. Well, that was one of the vendors. That wasn't the shop.
Oh, you mean the shop? Yes, yes. About
Yeah,
f-
I mean,
about 4 or 5. Yep.
yeah. So it was like it's just it's crazy how they're like just like, yeah, come on in, like go ahead and market around with our vendors, like for your TCG shows. We'll put your flyer up for sports when we don't even deal with sports. Like the environment is just so much different. But as I was saying, I ended up I collect or I try to collect a master set of Dragonite. So I'm trying to go through and get every Dragonite card that was ever made. I found three today. We added that to the collection. So that was a nice buy. It was a little expensive, but not too crazy. So I was okay with it. I was okay with it. I was happy.
Yeah. Pat Flynn does that. I don't know if you follow his Pokemon journey, but he does that.
Yeah, I follow him. I didn't. I think I've told you this story. I ran into him once back when I was in San Diego, but we didn't know who he was. So I don't know if I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think he was that big, but he just walked into one of the stores down there when we were down there, and he was looking for some cards, and you could tell like he knew who the guys were behind the counter. He was just like they were like, "Oh hey, what's up? Here's boxes of stuff that I know you're looking for," and then we got to talking, and I mean he's a cool dude. Like I have nothing bad to say about him. Like he's super nice, super like helpful, but yeah, I had no idea who he was until later on. I was actually because I joined a Pokemon Facebook page, and this guy was a part of it, and he was like, "Hey, I'm doing this episode. I'm trying to look for these certain cards. Does anybody in this group have these cards we're looking for?" And everybody's like, "Oh, I have some of this," or they're like, "No, I don't have any." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm this guy with this with this YouTube page." I was like, "This is that guy that we ran into." And by that time, I think he had like maybe like 500,000 subscribers on YouTube or something. It was crazy. But yeah, I've seen his videos. Ultimately, long story short, I
Yeah,
have
he's
seen
he's
his
pretty
videos
huge,
where he
man.
does the like master set of a certain Pokemon or something. Yeah,
Do you see that big old
yeah, he's
binder he
good.
carries though?
I didn't know that he was the one where he got the straps made for it so he could carry it on his back. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yep. And he has that timer. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think his name's Steve or something like that.
All the timer.
Yeah,
Man, haters are trying to.
but
The internet haters are really trying to
any
block
did
us,
you get?
bro.
Yeah, dude. I feel kind of weird because it's like a solid 10-second delay every time I say something to you.
But it's all good though. This is part of the growth. This is part of the hustle. This is part of us, trying to pivot. But and what was your question, Josh? Before everything went bonkers over my end.
I was saying, have you made any flips or like made any sales lately?
I sold some stuff on eBay. I sold a Jordan card. I can't even tell you on top of my head which one. And then I sold,
Mhm.
that was a PSA 9, I think I sold. And then I sold a Penny Hardaway rookie card. I think that was a PSA 6, though. I sold a 9 of that version. But that was the only flips. I had those for a while. I sold some Shaq low end cards that I've been having
Mhm.
around. They're like PSA 6s. It's so crazy. You have them up on eBay, and then they're sitting for months at a time, and then all of a sudden everyone's just scooping them up, and you're like, "What's going on?" You know?
Ye Yeah, and then you start, like, getting paranoid and you start researching your stuff and you're like, "Did I sell these too low? Like, did something happen to where, like, all of a sudden these things are worth a bunch and I'm I'm the dumb one here?" You know? But,
Yeah,
yeah, I know what you're saying.
yeah. It's
I, uh
just it's nervous.
I know you said that it was graded cards that you'd sold, and I wanted to ask you, what do you think about all these grading companies raising their prices for getting graded? Do you think that's gonna make, like, raw cards worth more now? Or do you think it's just gonna make the graded cards that were already out there, like, skyrocket even more in price? Because now I mean, I understand you're probably still gonna have the go-getters out there that are gonna pay the $80, $90 to get their cards graded, but I would assume people like us we're watching our money. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for that $20 bundle to come back where I can just send a bunch of cards for $20. So what
Well,
do you
yeah,
think?
I think I actually think there's kind of like a premium of PSA slabs now. Like I think I'm noticing it's getting a little higher. Not like a big margin, but it's a little small increase. Them raising their prices to 80 just because they have like 10 million plus cards, and I think in my head there's just it's like kind of like the iPhone when the iPhone started going to $1,000 and everyone was paying it and eating it up when it was originally 500. Those prices ain't coming down. I doubt,
No.
even though they say that I think even though they say it's going to come down, probably not for the sports cards or the Pokemon cards,
Mhm.
but I think this is a new norm, dude. I think for a while.
You think so? You think they were
Yeah,
just trying to test something out to see,
I
like,
think
how
so.
much can we actually do it?
Because people forget that these grading companies, they're a business. And a business doesn't run on like thoughts and dreams and friendships. It runs off money, dude. And in the day, man, it runs off two things. It runs off money and relationships. And do you really think that they're about the consumer? I don't think so. They would have never raised the price if they thought about the middle class or the middle tier of collecting or the lower end collectors. They want those big guys that are, trying to pull those Jordans, the downtowns, the kabooms that are willing to pay $80, and $80 to them is probably nothing because they're holding a $5,000 card, but they're just weeding out the middle tier and lower tier end collectors that they just want this card because they remember having it as a kid, or their dad didn't understand cards and gave them this as a kid and they just wanted a slab. And I think the tags and the CGCs and then the Beckett's, they're just capitalizing on those gains, and they're like, hey, PSA can do it, I can do it, because people are gonna pay for it. I mean, look at that
Yeah.
one card company, Mint One. It's like $5.99 or $4.99 just to slab your card.
Yeah, that's and you mean $499, right? Not $4.99. Yeah, I know
That's
what you're
correct,
talking
dude.
about.
I mean, we can start a company and I can just eyeball it and you pay me $4.99. I'll still take it. You don't even need to send it to me. Just FaceTime me.
We need to come up with a nice, 3-letter acronym for our grading company, though, because that's what everybody
Dude,
else
just send it
does.
to me, and then we'll send you the kit from Timu.
You know what? At this point, we'll just send you the slab and, like, the blank thing, you can fill it out. You can put it as your own 10 if you want.
Yep,
You know what I mean?
yep. And then we're not even
But
sending it out. We're drop shipping it.
exactly. But, yeah, I don't know, man. I think they'll drop again if they're if it actually hurts them. I think if they get past this backlog and they realize that they're not making or not making, but they're not getting as many submissions as they thought they would at this price. Like, let's say they're only getting a couple million a year instead of a couple million in 4 days, like it was. I think at that point they would probably drop it back, but it's going to have to hurt them in order for us to get it back.
Yep. But people are still submitting their cards. I mean, look at the PSA drop offs, like at and Burbank, and then at these card
Mhm.
shows. The Lions is crazy, dude.
Yep.
And I think that's a premium, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody in the audience or somebody that's viewing this comment if that's a premium or not that actually did that. But that's just,
I am
I don't know, man.
that can kind of like segue into our next thing that we're going to talk about, which is going to be the hobby circuit. But that was something that was interesting when we were reaching out. So when we've been reaching out for sponsors, Tag actually denied us. Not denied us, but they said that since they have such a big backlog as well, they don't want to offer the ability for people to submit to them at card shows anymore because of the backlog. I'm sure they still do it at like the big card shows, like, because that would just be bad business to not do it. But I mean, that's the world we're living in now, where grading means so much to people.
Dude,
Gone are the days of non-grades.
I remember when I got back into the hobby, B Beckett was the top. It was a king, dude. And then I was a firm believer
Really?
on PSA. Yeah, everyone was making fun of me, saying, "Why are you sending your cards to PSA?" I go, "Dude, PSA is gonna be the next thing."
Mhm.
And everyone made fun of me. And I really truly believe Tag will be the next PSA, dude. It's gonna come up.
I think I think because they do the AI stuff, I think people are gonna enjoy that more. I think it's hard, right? Because right now PSA is that big name. Like, that's what everybody strives for in the hobby right now. Like, nothing compares to a PSA 10 in terms of value that you get back for the card. But I think people are gonna get annoyed. I mean, you hear it all the time. People say, "Well, how do I know that this guy just didn't have a bad day and grade my card less because he had a bad day?" Like, I think having that AI factor is I think having the AI factor is gonna be something that drives people to wanna use them more. And I just got some of their cards back. Like, I got 6 of my cards back that I sent to them finally, and I enjoy them. Like, the slabs feel decent. Like, I mean, they feel like a little bit more not gimmicky, but, like, you could tell there's a different material that they use as opposed to, like, PSA slabs. But, I mean, they feel, like, pretty bulky. They don't feel like they would snap pretty easily, and I like the
Yeah.
look. Like, having the grade and stuff etched onto the actual slab looks so clean, dude. I enjoy it. So,
I think
but
the dude, the color scheme looks so sick too, dude. I don't know. I like Tag. I'm gonna start great, dude. As soon as I started wanting to submit, go ahead, Josh.
I was gonna say, and they're in LA. They're California based.
Yeah, as soon as I wanted to submit to them, they shut down, and I was just gonna submit, my kid, like cards I had as a kid that I thought they were cool, and they're kind of beat up, but they kind of mean something to me. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
I wasn't gonna send my grails, but that was
Yeah.
that was it. That was short lived. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
but yeah,
We could do your favorite segment before we go down to the hobby circuit, and we could talk about TCG if you want. What's going on in the world of TCG? Because I know that's
man,
your jam. That's where you live.
dude, nobody can match me in TCG and my knowledge, and
Sometimes I sit here and I think, like, should I get this TCG card? And then I'm like, what would Joseph do? You know? Like, what would he say to me right now? Just because I know that's how much knowledge you have.
That ain't it. This is it. This is the next boom.
For those of you, I mean, it's a second episode, but for those of you that don't know, he comes from sports. We went to the card show today, and this man saw some binders that were painted, and he didn't know that two of the four binders were Pokemon binders. So TCG is not his strong suit, that's for sure.
They had a cool
He's
guy on it,
older
dude. I
these
swear.
ones. He's-
Dude, I like the
that was
fact
funny.
that I look at everyone's showcase and it's literally, I'm telling you guys, it's literally 100% full of TCG. Okay. One Piece, Pokemon, you name it. I still ask for the sports.
And one guy had it. One guy had your little fluoro of
Yeah,
sports.
but it was under the table though.
He was like, ain't nobody gonna ask me for this.
Ugh.
And there you were. And then what made it
And
even worse was that it was all Panthers players.
dude, he literally had every single Carolina Panther. Guys, we're in California. Okay. So it's very rare that you have a Panther fan in California, let alone and let alone it's football. Okay, it's either in California, you're either a Raider fan, you're a Niner fan, or you're a Ram fan. Okay, or sprinkle in Dallas. But this man literally had every single Carolina Panther card you could name, and not one of them was Cam Newton, by the way, guys.
No, it was like it was a lot of. I mean, there was what, like one Bryce Young, couple Tedero and McMillans, like household names, I guess you can say. But then you got like Jonathan Brooks, who's been injured for the past 2 years. You got Jadavian Sanders, like nobody knows who that guy is. I know who he is because he's our tight end, but it's like who else knows who that is? You know what I mean? So it was just
I
kind of
mean,
funny.
I
It
know
was
Bryce Bryce Young. I mean, in my mind, I just know him as modern day, high school out here in Los Angeles.
yeah, true.
So, so I'm like, man, this is crazy. And then
Yep.
I end up buying his one card, and it was a LaMelo Ball for $1. And he goes, "Dude, you out of all this, you picked that card for $1?" I was like, "Yes," because
And
I
he
felt like I
tried to
had to
give it to
buy
the
it.
snack bar woman he tried to give it to the snack bar lady to get a water because she was like, "Oh yeah, these waters are $1," and you're like, "Oh here, I got this card. It's worth about that."
And then and I go watch her try to sell it to that guy.
But dude, I don't know. I know you're not big into TCG, but did you see the videos of people fighting at Sam's Club for the newest release of Ascended Heroes
Dude,
boxes?
that's what we come to, guys. Is grown adults fighting over cards, football, basketball cards, TCG, whatever. It's not worth it, man.
Yep.
It's not worth your life. It's not worth going to jail. It's not worth hurting somebody else. It's not worth it. I will never do that, dude.
No. It's I mean, it got to the point where Target wasn't even selling it anymore. I mean, I think they recently started bringing it back, but it was like they had people trying to stab each other in certain parts of the country over Pokemon, and it's just crazy. But
I was
also
laughing.
in TCG. Oh, go ahead.
My bad, bro. I was laughing on that. Stay on that topic in the Sam's Club. Remember when with Robert, our boy Robert, said that they said one per membership, and then families had like their own.
Dude, yeah, it was, I think it was you got 2 boxes per membership, but some people had like 8 or 9 memberships and they were getting like 18 boxes and everybody was just watching this one dude walk out with 18 boxes. It was, I don't know, man. I mean, I enjoy TCG. Like I said, I played Lorcana, I played Riftbound, I collected Pokemon. I thought for a little bit about getting into Gundam because I watched that, but it was ultimately I was like, nah.
Bro,
Like,
no disrespect to anybody that likes Gundam, but every time when he tells me Gundam, I think of that damn song, Gundam Style. I don't know why, dude.
I mean, it makes sense, but yeah, it's just it's crazy. But I was gonna say, other TCG news, we had a new set of Lorcana come out, which I want to say the chase card in that one is like a Beauty and the Beast one. those ones could go for a high amount. I think they also have another Toy Story one. They had the Buzz Lightyear last set, which went for like $3,000. It's ridiculous, but
See, I can see
they
myself
also
getting to
had
that because everyone knows Disney.
yep. Well, speaking of long lines of Pokemon, Disneyland also did like a release, like a limited time box that you could only get from Disneyland. There was people waiting in line for like 7+ hours to get this. It was ridiculous. Imagine spending that much money for your Disney passes alone, and one whole day is spent waiting in line for this thing. I I couldn't do it.
Something about Disney fanatics, dude. They go hard for that.
Yeah. And then
Even they do that.
Riftbound also had a new set release. Dude,
There's
I
mad
could
delay,
tell.
huh? There's
Yeah.
mad delay.
I'm like,
Hey, after this segment, after this show, dude, I'm gonna reboot and then you host, bro.
all right, sounds good. Because sometimes I'm sitting here waiting for like a solid 5 seconds, like before I say anything else, just to see if you're gonna respond.
No, I'm responding.
Like right there, dude. That was right there. That was a perfect example. I finished. I waited 5 seconds,
Yeah,
and then you started laughing right on cue.
I'm gonna let our fans, I'm letting our fans know we don't even have no fans, bro. I'm letting the viewers know one thing about Josh and I. We don't waste no content, so this is being uploaded still, and this will be shorted out.
Yep. Yeah, dude. I mean, I understand that there's people out here who are perfectionists and they want like, this is how I'm gonna do my content. It's all planned out. Any mistakes I make, I'm editing that out. Nobody will ever see it. But I know for us, it's just like what you see is what you get. So we ain't editing anything. I mean, we might edit out a few delays, maybe edit out a few like and likes, but other than that, you're getting everything. You're getting it raw.
I also to attest to that is basically we have fun. This is fun to us. This is not serious. We don't care if we make $1 out of this or not. We're not in it. We're just two guys that likes to talk shop all day, literally for 40 hours. And just
Yep.
one day it said, dude,
They get mad at us
let's
for it.
start yeah. And then one day we're just like, let's start a hobby event show. And then it came into, dude, we talk shop still. Let's put it on tape. And now we have a podcast called Hustle and Hobby. And we literally, I know we're not streamers and we don't have a camera crew, but we're literally hustling. And it's either flipping cards, buying cards, setting up shows for vendors, getting vendors, networking, researching. We are really hustling and we enjoy doing this. This is not a game to us. This is just us, man.
Yep. It's fun. It really is. Like, I don't know how many of the people who are watching this like have ever thought about being like an entrepreneur or anything, but it's it's crazy how much like you can get dedicated to something that is your own.
It's like a switch, dude. Like today, going back to the show that we went to, when we were about to leave, and we're mentioning one of the owners, like, we have a podcast we started. You can jump on the pod, right? And then I was like, "Do you have headphones and a mic?" Yeah. And then the number one question when we bring up our podcast, what's it about? What I'm gonna do? And then I always reference busting with the boys. Obviously, they're ex football players, ex sports guys. And I'm in an environment, remember, it's TCG non-sports heavy. So they don't even know busting the boys is, dude. They're like, what? Like I was talking to a foreign language. I go, dude, just be yourself, man. That's all we ask.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, we're gonna shoot the shit and that's about it. Like, we'll talk about some stuff. You guys could talk about your TCG and we'll just have a good time.
Dude,
But
I listen to
before we
sports
go
car
super far
nonsense.
away, uh-huh.
No, bro. Yeah, go ahead and say what you said, bro. If we're gonna end it, we're gonna end it. I'm gonna reboot, and then we'll see us at the next episode.
Yeah, yeah. The next episode, we'll bring up the hobby circuit in
This
the
was
next
kind of
episode,
painful, dude.
dude.
This is like
People are gonna see this and be
one of
like,
those.
"What are these guys doing?"
Hey, this is one of those movies that lips are moving, the hands are going, but it's not matching the audio.
Yeah, it's like those old school Godzilla movies.
Yeah, dude, this is painful, dude. But all
Yeah,
right, guys, later, guys.
yeah,
Hey, to
yeah.
follow
So I
us,
think we
please
just
follow
ended
us.
there.
Like, yeah, let's just end it. We'll see. Later, guys.